Remember, it's a Monday morning. We've got Sports Check going on right now. And we've had a conversation around boxing. So it's time for us to move to another sport, beach volleyball. We're having the season finale. And we've got the chair of the Kenya Volleyball Federation, Beach Volleyball Commission, Mbuthia, is here with us.
Yes.
So, Mbuthia, before we get back to Mombasa, you could just give us a scope of what you've had all season, because you've been to Homa Bay, you've been to Mombasa twice, and Makueni.
Yes. You have summarized it all, because those are the major beach tours that we've had sanctioned by FIVB. And we do not do this stuff without first informing our brothers in the headquarters in Switzerland, because these are normally homologated tours where all those who participate in those tours earn points, not just for African Games, but also for Olympic 2024 in Paris. So it is a well-coupled thing, and it is encapsulated in that homologated tour.
So requirements for, having this conversation, because you're having the season finale in Mombasa, so we're talking about proper homologation. What is required? The things that are required,
yes,
that one must have.
For it to be accepted by the world body, one must have more than 16 teams. That is requirement number one. Number two, you must make sure that you give your venue in advance. And they have their way of sending their own satellite to check on the venue, because if they do not satisfy the standards, then it cannot be recognized. And this is exactly what happened in Makueni one time, when we said we are doing it in River Kaiti, only to find the sand in the Makueni Stadium. They had to ask the question, you had promised us that you do it in a catchment area of a river, but now it is not there. We had to explain. Because that's the time, if you can remember, we had floods in the lower and the upper parts of Kambani.
Yes.
And we had to change to avoid a scenario like one that had happened in Kitui. You and I know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So the explanation from the river catchment area into a stadium had to be explained. And these are some of the requirements that we do have in this homologated beach tour.
Now, the other one is, and I think this is a story I would like to pick up from last year. You are using the conventional beach volleyball equipment.
Yes.
The balls that were used are meant for indoor volleyball. But you realize there's something different.
Yes.
When you went to Italy.
I'm happy you can remember that.
Now,
yes,
what's the progress made in ensuring that the right equipment is being used, not just the correct homologation, but the right equipment is being used?
We have been able to learn a lot after visiting a number of countries. Even when we went to Morocco, we realized that because of the high temperatures in areas like Cape Verde, they have their own kind of socks that they put on during the very hot season. And it is true what you have said, that had it not been for the beach tour that we had in Italy, we would not have noticed that we've been using substandard equipment. But now what we have done is, in our own small way, we've been able to import some of this stuff, one from Italy and some from Japan. And I can tell you that we are good to go now. We're not going to use a substandard and
an indoor.
Yes, we use now outdoor beach volleyball.
So far now, that because this now comes down to the participating teams and those that have been selected, and also whittling down for what you'd say is a global tour as you build up for Paris 2024.
Yes.
The criteria used to have the teams that are going to be in the season finale. We know indoor volleyball picked number 1 to 4 in the men's side, 1 to 4 in the women's side, and you've got the playoffs. What about for beach volleyball?
I will tell you that beach volleyball, unlike the conventional volleyball, as you said, would like now to have independent beach volleyballers, so to speak. And number two, unlike other countries like Tanzania, Uganda, Burundi, and even even Rwanda, we have not been able to get a very serious, allow me to use this word, a sponsor. And we have one now who is ready to take care of our beach activity in Mombasa. He did it last time, gave us 250,000. He said also that he has to go see us how we are moving on and still give us another 250,000. I must say at this point in time, thank you, Mr. Masaki. from the company, the marketing manager of Roto Menthrotam Kenya Limited, who are the distributors of deep freezer, name them. They have given us that money to take care of our beach homologated tour in Mombasa. This money supposed to go to Wachezaji and the organization. We do not touch a coin. They give the winners the bahasha after the tournament. And we are hoping that if we get another sponsor, combination of two, we'll be able to attract visitors from Uganda, Tanzania, and even Rwanda and Burundi.
Well, time for me to conclude this. And in studio, we've had the chair of the Kenya Volleyball Federation, Beach Volleyball Commission, Moses Mbuthia. And when Mbuthia, as we close,
yes.
Mombasa,
yes.
That's where you're going to have the season finale.
Sure.
The venue?
We shall prosecute our activity down there.
That's, yes. Yeah. So where will you be prosecuting?
We shall do it in one of the government-owned beach that is near Big Tree and Baburi Beach, that is public beach. So that land is owned by the government and we shall do it there. We did it there. And our hope is that we have a very nice, very robust kind of championship that will attract not just the Kenyans, but also our friends from Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi. We did it last time. We had one Cameroonian. We had two Tanzanians. So ours can also be called an international kind of homologated tour.
All right. Yes. Thank you very much. Hope to see you a couple of weeks down at the coast. Thank you very much. It's now time for me to hand over the studio now to Gladys Mungai, who's coming in with Kurunzi Mashinani and later Tamrini. It's been a pleasure being with you for the past 2 hours. My name is Daniel Wahome, and on behalf of everyone who made this possible, thank you very much. And also to you, the viewer, thank you for being with us. Have a good afternoon.
Hehehe